Okay, let's get this started. Welcome to another episode of Clawing Up the Rating Ladder. This is episode 5. This is a series where I try to get as far up the rapid ladder as I possibly can. Um, and right now we are conveniently sitting at the edge of the golden barrier at 2k. So today I'll be trying to cross that and try to get to 2100 as well. That's the hope anyway. So yeah, let's start. 10-0. Let's go. E4 as always. Knight f3. D4. Open it up. D6. Okay, so this is more of a tame approach. Usually black tries for something like this. Bishop c4 seems natural. I would really like to. Okay, so he's going for this timid approach. Let's castle. Okay, so now we can slow down and start to think about the position just a bit. I should probably play a4 at some point just to solidify my bishop's position on c4. d5 is not coming anytime soon. I think I'll play a4 and then maybe follow it up with b3 and bring my bishop to b2. This I'm not afraid of. Improves my queen. And furthermore, after this exchange, the knight won't have access to b4 because it would have been traded away. Right, so he piles up on the c file. A discovered attack against my bishop probably, or maybe something like this is in the offing. So I'm going to retreat my bishop back to a2 just so that when he plays knight e5, if my bishop was on b3, it would be hit. So just to avoid that, let's just push back to a2. This just have the disadvantage that after this, the bishop is on the pawn, but I do have sufficient defense, so there's no risk of it falling anytime soon. Okay, so he goes knight f6. I could choose to pin this. That certainly seems to be the best square for my bishop right now. So I could choose to aggressively expand right now with g4. That certainly seems very tempting. G4 is a possible move, so is h4. I'm trying to get my rook into the game as well. I'm trying to think what would be a good file for it to operate upon. I would play queen f3 right now, but the problem with that is it drops the knight, of course. So I think I need to play something like bishop here, defend the knight, and then get my queen to a better square. Maybe f3 even. So he trades away the bishop. He might be looking to play e5 in the future, maybe right now, but that opens up his pawn to this sort of attack. d5 is a plausible move to try to get in, but I have complete control of it right now. Yeah, so he goes for it. Right now, what I would really like to play something like back it up, push a5, and then get my bishop to b6 in the future. That's basically the ideal square for it. But right now that's not possible, so the a5 push is not possible just yet. So I could take once, but then that removes the whole idea of keeping the weakness on d5, so I'm not gonna take once. What I'm gonna do is retreat my bishop. I think there's only there are a couple of bunch of options. I also have to be aware of this idea at some point, so I can't really just play rook d1. I think now that the knight is not there on c6, I could actually play bishop g1, bishop here to block, bishop here, bishop b3, and then push a5, and then bring my bishop to b6. That seems like the most plausible route. Takes. I think I'm better because this pawn is going to be hunted down pretty quickly. I'm expecting something like bishop g4 right now. But my points are well defended. My pawns are well defended, both e3 and f4. Yeah, so I could also try to play something like this. That might be an actually good move because I don't need this bishop as much. It's basically not doing not much on b3. So if I move it to d5 and I traded it for this knight, sure I might drop the pawn at some point, but this would be hanging, so that's not immediately available. So after bishop d5, I really like my position because then I have the opportunity to play a5 and then bishop b6. Okay, so he plays it first. This does have a small disadvantage for him, which is that his bishop is now dependent on the knight to stay safe. So there are tactics on the air like take and grab here, and I get the bishop, 2 pieces for the rook, which is too much in this position. I also have some sort of ideas like bishop d5, and this bishop is immune to capture, because as soon as I recapture, his queen has to move and stay protecting the bishop, and then I'll be able to grab on g4 for free. Right, so he takes once. I think I will take with the, I could take the queen and the rook. I think I prefer the rook, because just because it makes it easier to double. Also after this, if you try something like knight h5, I can take the bishop and again grab 2 pieces with the rook, which I'm really in favor of. I don't mind getting forked on h5. I don't see any other direct threats with it. So also this move is not doing anything because I can just take the bishop. Again, 2 pieces for the rook is something that I'm really okay with, especially as I have the bishop pair. So I'm just gonna not waste too much time and then just grab the pawn with the rook. Okay, so he retreats. So he wants to exchange this bishop. If I take, that would let him have a nice pawn sitter, so I shouldn't do that. I could play my knight here actually. So bishop into d5, and after takes, I could take here, and yeah, I kind of like the position. Seems that the bishop trade is going to happen whether I like it or not, so might as well make it favor me. Yeah. This knight is pretty good on c3. It stops all sorts of invasions on the c file. And also supports a pawn that might end up on d5. So that's plus point. Oh, but I do fall for this fork now, don't I? Yeah. True, I missed it. I did miss that. Guess just playing down an exchange though. It's not that bad. I do have the bishop pair. But yeah, I did miss that. Okay. Yeah, now I'm not sure that my opponent has an easy game at this point though, even though I'm down the exchange. I should probably get this move when I can, as soon as I can. And this as well. Try to swing this rook over. I did expect that. I suppose I need to play something like rook a3. Yeah, it's ugly, but it needs to be done. I can't let this ruin my structure here, so gotta go for the ugly. Nice centralized bishop. Queen g5 seems like a good move. So does queen h4. I like queen g5. f6 is not possible. h6 I'm fine with, just gives more weaknesses. I also have some hopes of playing this, but I think as soon as I do that, he's gonna actually take on d5. So he wants a queen trade, obviously, because he's up material, makes sense. I think I actually decline the queen trade because I stand to gain nothing by it. And I also should move quickly because I'm done on time. I think he probably grab here now. It's probably the best time to do it. It's not over, but it's pretty much over. Not a blunder at knight a5, knight h5. e7 is hanging. Something needs to be done about that. Remove this. Okay, not hanging anymore. Now we can take with the knight because this pawn is not defended, and also it gains the tempo on the queen if he takes my bishop. I'm threatening b7 now, so he might have to play something passive like rook b8. Okay, so he does defend it like that. I'm just going to sidestep and plan to play something like bishop b6. Again, no, not much time, so I have to just move quickly and reason later. There are not many places that I could actually hope to have a decisive advantage. He tries for a queen trade, of course. That's all he knows how to do. Sidestep that, put some pressure here, threaten stuff like bishop bishop d4. He grabs. Why does he grab? Am I not on it? I think I'm on it. No clue why he just gave that piece up. Gave a rook up. That blunder seems nothing like how he played the rest of the game. I mean, this is pretty unlike the way that he just played the rest of the game. Here, I just got totally dominated, and then in the end, he just drops a rook. I mean, let's see. Okay, so he did make a lot of blunders. This is a huge one. Yeah, this one is just -4. It's that bad, and then suddenly, bam. I wonder if I ever did have an advantage. I always thought I had a space advantage and not a space advantage, but yeah, relative space advantage. This was the end of my advantage, and yeah, that's a blunder, clear blunder. Yeah, this is a great move actually because it prevents me from stepping on the diagonal first, and I think that's important for him to restrict. Because otherwise, if I get my bishop to d4, then pretty much I can just dominate this entire diagonal. He can never play bishop f6 himself after that because I could exchange it, and even if I don't actually grab the pawn, so I was saying he's suppose he actually defends his bishop, I could take twice, so take once, and then his structure would be sort of compromised. So I don't think he would have liked that either. So undeserved victory, but yeah, We'll take it. Blunders happen, I guess. Okay, let's play one more. Okay, e4 again. This time I'm going to try to spend less time in the opening, as I do always. As I say always, and try to get an attack if possible. Just play my normal openings and try to get an advantage in space or initiative in the opening. Okay, we've seen this trick before. Just not supposed to take it. Let him take us, and then have a ready-made attack on f7. Point is, if you take this pawn, then there's all sorts of trouble that comes after queen g5. It's a known trap. Okay, so he gives us a ready-made attack on f7, which is very nice. I should be looking to open it up, but then that's the wrong file which I'm trying to open up, so I should probably not do that. This looks like a really juicy move, because now he has to play like c6 and all like minimal moves just to prevent my pieces from causing havoc. So now I could actually think of b4. Can't take obviously because f7 is hanging. B4 with the idea of b5. Still, I guess that doesn't do much. You could just keep his pawn there, and there'll always be a pawn on c6 to stop my knight from jumping in. D4 is a good move if I could actually support it. Yeah, I think I should get my bishop here ASAP. Play b3. I'll start with a4, then go b3 and then play my bishop out here. Because he has to go with moves like this and stuff like this to untangle himself, and in the meantime I can just get free moves to aim my pieces at his king side. This is stopped. This is also stopped by my last move. Right, so he goes for this. As I said, this is defended. All my pieces are defended. This pawn cannot move 2 squares, can only move 1. So I'm making another pointless move. Now should be the best time to play bishop a3. d6 is probably the only good reply. In which case I should actually try to get my knight here, because my knight is not being given squares at this stage. So I'm actually going to try to reroute my knight as early as it is. Now I have the option to push my bishop to b2 or a3. Why I'm not pushing a3 directly is because he'll just play d6, close the diagonal, and I have no way of punishing this. So yeah, this is what I should play now, because quite obviously this is going to be his next move. I could stop that. I think I'm going to actually invest a move here and stop him from playing bishop g4. Next move, I'm going to move my stuff here. Okay, so he plays like this. I don't mind actually taking this way because I get the open file. I would much rather have my knight on f5 without a bishop that could take it away. So I'm fine with this, losing this with having a bad structure. I also stopped d5, much easier. And once my knight gets to f5, it's going to be a monster. So now if I play, okay, so it's threatening. Is he really threatening this? Seriously? Okay, let's just defend. Should I even bother defending it? Yeah, I don't want to lose too many pieces, too many whatever pawns. Knight f5 is coming. He could castle right now. I don't mind that at all. This seems like a really good move. Yeah, let's jump the knight in. Next move is obviously going to be bishop a3 or bishop a2, bishop b2, maybe rook b1. I have a lot of prospects along this b5. Yeah, this knight is a pain. He shouldn't have given up his light square bishop. Now he has nothing he can challenge his knight with. I'm threatening something pretty big right now also, so needs to respond. Okay, so now the obvious question is, can I play bishop takes h6? Takes. King goes to h7. I don't see any decisive attack, so I don't think I can do that. Another thing I could play is queen g3, but then of course he has this move, which conveniently defends both g7 and attacks my queen. But can I respond to that? If I play queen g4, his knight is hit. He can't go back because I could just take. He can't go to g6 because I would focus king and queen. I'm looking at this variation, queen g4. Then his knight needs to keep control of g7. Maybe something like this. Probably shouldn't work because I can just grab this with check and think about everything else later. So none of those should actually work. But of course, do I have a plan is the question at that point. Because I get the feeling I need to act now, otherwise I won't have enough of an advantage. I need to make concessions in his structure now, otherwise I won't be able to in the future. So this is the only move, I'm pretty sure, yeah. And now, do I actually have this move? Queen takes, bishop takes here, takes here, takes here. I think I'm down a piece there, so let's not do that. This is what I was considering. And this move is not available because I have this intermezzo. So how is he actually defending his knight is the question. This is probably the only way, but I have reasonable responses to that, I think. First of all is I have this with check. Do I have a follow-up after that? I think I do. After he moves here, I'll just exchange the queens, bring my knight back to g4, and I should just be up a pawn with an amazing position. So he plays like this. I don't see what this does because I can just grab this, get the pawn. I could play this h4. h4. What's he trying to play? He's trying to play knight f6 again. Yeah. h4, knight f6, queen g3. The bishop is pinned to the g7 square, and I think I win a piece if I'm not wrong. Alright, yeah, let's see. h4. Any other moves does he have? No, wait, what am I doing? His knight's hanging. Takes here, check, goes here. That is a bit complicated. Oh no, wait, I can just grab this first. Here. But then what? g6 is the problem because it's forking my pieces. But I think at that point, yeah, I think this actually doesn't work because I can grab here first, and after takes, grab the knight. After the fork, give a check. This king moves somewhere. I can just play queen takes g5, and at that point, however much he chases me with his pawn, I can always retreat and keep an eye on the knight on h6. And if the time comes, I'll just play knight g4 and my knight's safe. So hopefully this works out because this means I'm just up a piece. Yep, so let's take. I don't think this works. Time to prove it, maybe. That's probably his only try. Otherwise, it's just being up a full piece. Yep, he tries. Give this check. Take this next. Grab here next. I even have this option at this point. But what I meant is, like, if you play something like this, then I actually have the opportunity to just play queen d2, and my pieces are safe. My piece is safe. My knight's always going to be defended. Right now the threat is there. If he doesn't play f6, I have knight f5. I could play this right now, knight f5. He can't take, of course. If he goes here, then I have a nice mating attack like this, but I don't think that immediately works. I could actually try for this and try infiltrating this way. I think that I like that best. Knight g4, threatening queen a6. Next move is going to be f4 and try to open it up and actually try to mate with knight f6. That's a dream. But yeah, okay. So he shifts to the h file. He's trying to attack now. Makes sense. But as long as he doesn't have this move, I'll be fine. I don't see a way to stop it right now, so that might be a problem. Because f4, I think, just traps my queen at that stage. I would have to give up the knight again. Let's see. So what I would really like is to actually... I wouldn't play this first, because if he plays something like f6, then I would really like to have this intermezzo. And then deal with the stuff on the king side. Okay, so he plays this. It's not a big issue. I don't think I could actually play. Yeah, I'm just going to retreat my queen to a pretty active square. And he could try for this and try to cheese me like that. That would actually be a nice mate, but I'm not going to fall for it because I've seen it. Just going to play f3 at that point. It's passive, yeah, sure, but you need to defend mate before you worry about passivity. Now I'm just going to try to crack it open. I have the material advantage, so I don't mind giving up this pawn temporarily, even if it's just temporarily. Even permanently, I wouldn't mind, because it gets rid of the structure on the queen side. Allows me to break in, because I want the focus to be on the queen side rather than the king side at this point. Okay, so he goes for this. I think I pretty much gotta take once. Yeah, otherwise he'll push here, and that would be very annoying. So my knight only has one square, which is not nice, but it's fine, I guess. I don't see a better move, so yeah. So now one thing that he has to worry about is my rook is going to break through somehow. This file is now peeled open, right? So he tries to hide with this king. Doesn't really work out in his favor. I could play this, hit the rook, and then grab the pawn. I think I'm going to take this pawn first. I don't see any mates. I don't see him mating me anytime soon. My queen is defending along the third rank. I could take with my rook. I should take with my rook, I think. Yeah, let's take with the rook. Next move is going to be here. If he doesn't do anything, I would play queen f3, hit the rook, and then maybe jump my knight in. But yeah, otherwise I'm just going to keep grabbing these pawns if he lets me, and eventually what's going to happen is my rook is going to have some pressure along this rank, and my pawn is going to be threatening this pawn. So it's going to be pretty hard to conduct a successful attack on the king side while my pieces are that active. So he has probably just 2-3 moves if he wants to get something going, otherwise nothing's going to happen. Yeah, so he's not even threatening. He's probably trying to threaten this, but he's not, because my queen is covering it. After this though, yeah, after this he might be threatening it, but then I can jump in here first, maybe, possibly. But I think here is where I try to get a tempo on this rook. Yeah, that makes more sense. Let's get a tempo on the rook. If we play something like rook here, then I could actually play knight g4, get my knight in there, and then start checking once his king goes to the back rank. Goes to the second last rank, I mean. It is slightly scary, granted, but yeah, some risk is always going to be involved. So he's actually threatening this. I could defend it with knight g4 check. I could defend it with g3. G3 I don't like that much, because after this pawn would be hit. Then again, after this pawn moves, my knight springs here and everything is fine. Actually, I'm not ever afraid of f4, because my knight could just spring to g4. What I should be concerned is whether I can play this now and get away with it. Let's see, knight here. King goes. Yeah, I don't see any good continuation. I'll have to still move my rook and. Or actually, I could just, yeah, that's a good solution. Also, I'm going to play my knight here. I assume he's not going to take because that doesn't work. And after the king moves, if the king moves back, I might just give a check, just intermediate. Otherwise, I'm just going to play knight e3, and that defends g2. Also, if anytime f4 comes, he takes it. Okay, that's new. I really don't understand what he's trying to go for. His queen is nowhere close to the h file, and neither is his rook. So I don't see what he's trying to do. I'm going to just push. Okay, I have no clue what he's trying to do right now. He's going to push here. My queen's not getting trapped anytime soon. His king is literally in the middle of the board. This is falling. This is absolutely falling. Yeah, so he's trying to trap my queen or something, but I don't really see what he's doing. So I can just go here. He checks. I'm going to take this pawn. He has no shelter for his king. I don't see him winning this. He has to respond to this check. Plays here. It's game over. Yeah. If he doesn't play that way, then I can just grab. Yeah. Okay. So this, I don't know what he was thinking with that move. This is actually fine, I guess. I think I'll just take here and gain a tempo on the queen. Also threaten this mate. So yeah, this seems nice, but that's actually mate. Rook h6 is mate. So I think this game is hopefully wrapped up. Could try this, but I'm just going to take this queen and change the pawns. I'm up a rook. Okay, it's a desperate move. I think I can take it. I'm not afraid of any check. If he goes check, yeah, I can just play this and block and trade the queens, and all is fine. All is well. This is mate. Not mate, but yeah. Close to it. Okay, place this way. No stalemates. Just make sure there are no stalemates. That'll be really bad at this point. Just gonna rook roll him all the way. Push the pawn. Yeah. Let's go here. I'm gonna pick up the pawn and then just rook roll him. Okay, he doesn't want to be rook rolled. Understandable. He can't enter this barrier basically. Okay, now he can enter. Yeah, he still can't enter any barrier. It's all cut off. His king's cut off. 45 seconds is plenty. I just need to be careful about no stalemates. I have enough time to make sure there are no stalemates. Let's check. Keep checking, and there'll never be any stalemates. Now it's just a simple win. Check, and next move is mate. Right, cool. Or did we actually make it? I think we made it. Yeah, 2001. Nice. I'm just gonna let this nice stat sit here for a second, and I'll take a quick break and be back in a couple of minutes. Alright, let's get into it. So yeah, this I was planning to break the series here. This is probably the last one of the last episode of the series, Clawing Up the Rating Ladder. I'll probably rename it to something else because we're above 2K now. Something like some grind or something. We'll see for the next video. So yeah, I'm just for the rest of this episode, I think there's about how long has this been on? About an hour, 50 minutes. So 45 minutes. So I'll probably do I'll play another hour. Hopefully we can stay above 2K, maybe even get a little higher, and then continue with the next rating gap in the next episode. Today might be a little short. I think I'll keep it to 1.5 hours, so maybe 45 minutes more, and hopefully end up above 2K, and hopefully stay above 2K. So yeah, usually D5 is London, despicable opening, but yeah, they're gonna play it. Yep, just develop. D4 openings are my weak point, so I should pay a little attention to this. D5 seems good. Expanding. It's castle, standard stuff, kind of boring stuff you get in London. Okay, so he doesn't want to play knight c3. This is probably a good move at some point if I can get it in. Let's keep that option available to us. Should probably play this at some point so that he is not tempted to go here. Yep. I like this position a lot because it gives me a static advantage. I have space advantage, and I can choose where my bishop wants to be. This bishop. I think I would really like to push right now because the alternative right now this natural pressure is dulled by the knight, so I could really push maybe even twice, hopefully. Maybe let's think about it for a while. What do my pieces actually want to do? Because once I push here, this and then if I do push e4, then this becomes a backward pawn, which is not that great. So how would I want to proceed here? Should I push so quickly, or should I wait until my pieces are in a more active position to do so? Yeah, what I would really like is to have my bishop already supporting this pawn. I'm going to play b6. b6, knight b3 I'm expecting, trying to swing it here, that's fine. I'll just bring it all the way back to f8, play bishop b7, move my queen somewhere and then bring my rooks here, and then push. Yeah, I should probably keep my army ready before I try pushing in the center. Have my pieces supported before I do so. Maybe I could get rid of this bishop. Hopefully, if he allows me, he won't let me. But if I could like trade my knight for the bishop, I could probably counter on f6 as a good square. If only you knew what to do in every position, just would be so easy. Only things I have to think about is something that I have to think about is that when I get my bishop to b7, then this is a prospective move. Just pin my knight. Again, I should probably play something like this, knight h5, and try to get this bishop away. Okay, just right away, not even thinking about it. Now I think I'll actually defend like this because I want to break the pin ASAP, and now I can actually think about expanding because it comes with the tempo. I'm not exactly wasting my moves. Preventing a6 makes sense. However, there is something to be said for playing knight h5 now. I kind of like it. I'm not getting this anytime soon, a6, because his bishop would just take it. I don't think there are any tricks associated with it either, just plain oh, I could play this though. I could play here and then try to push a6. I think I should try pushing a6. I'll give it one more shot, pushing a6, and if he still defends it, like, I don't even know how he could. Okay, this is weak right now, which I enjoy very much. um I should I'll probably go to f8 just to keep clear of this. I'm gonna go to f8, and I'm not worried about this at all because this is hanging. How is he defending this point? It's probably be a weakness for the rest of the game, which I don't mind at all. Now I can actually push a6. I don't think he can stop it. a6, b5, this will be a permanent weakness. Then go on with the game. Yeah, seems like a plausible plan. Seems very plausible. I like the pressure I have on b4. But yeah, if he trades on c6, then I have no problem with that as well. He's giving me the bishop f for free, and then I can really comfortably sit my bishop on b7 and push e5. He's taking his time here. I don't blame him. It's not an easy position. There is a good candidate move. What about this though? That would be nice for him, I think. Taking a lot of time on this move. A lot of time. Just gonna let the clock run out. I mean, even I wouldn't spend this much time on a move. That would be nice to see. Yeah, I was thinking he might have some connection issues. Yep, makes sense. Just left the game. Not sure why he left, but yeah, happens sometimes. I'm gonna claim victory because he hasn't moved for like 8 minutes, so it doesn't make sense to stay. Let's play a new one. Okay, e4. Let's go. 2080. Now that's a hefty rating. Let's see if we can take this guy down. I would go for the. Let's not open it up this time. Let's place. Let's close it up. I like to get a little more developed before I think about mad mad attacks. Alright, this would sort of alter this, so let's not play that. I could play boring like this. Should I play boring like this? No, let's. I mean, this is still boring, but I mean, slightly better. Now I should probably go for c3. Let's play this. Hopefully he takes, he won't, but hopefully if he does. Oh, he does. Okay, I have this file. I'm absolutely okay with that. I can play stuff like this now. Yeah, I'm actually going to jump in right now because this is not available. Usually would be to hit the knight. But now I have this intermezzo. Bishop takes f7, so I'm actually fine with this. If I play my knight here, I could actually play my knight here. Doesn't do much though. But yeah, so if we play to f5, bishop takes, am I really afraid of that? Do I like it? I think I like it because I get the extra space. And my pawn is very solid on f5 as well. So I do like it. I do like it a lot. Now I think this is a threat, so I need to react to that. Now I think I will actually jump in. We take some. I actually like this variation because I get a lot of play. Bring my knight out. He pushes here directly. Makes sense. Does make sense. I could retreat. This looks very bad though, so I'm not gonna retreat. I guess I have to take. Yeah, I have to take. He's gonna take. This is now an issue because he could take here and then fork. So I can't rely on my knight to defend it. What I can do is play this. No, but then again, takes, and whichever way I take, I get forked. Do I have this move though? Takes. No, I don't. Of course, I could take here, but then after queen takes, there's no check here because this knight is unfortunately guarding the square. There are no tactics here, much as I might wish there are. Should I just take the knight out? Bishop could be useful, but it's not really that much useful now. It's not really that useful now. I think I might just take and then play something like knight c3 and get an attempt on the queen at the very least. I think I should do this. Knight is much more trouble than he looks on d5. So I'm just gonna sort of avoid all that trash and just try to take advantage of this. Yeah, so I'm not gonna play e4 looks natural, but then first of all opens myself up to checks like this. Also allows this knight the square to invade. So I'm gonna hold off on that right now. I'll probably play it sometime in the future, but I'm gonna just play knight c3 now and hit the queen. Again, if this knight wasn't there, that would be an amazing fork to land, but of course that would be amazing, it's legal. That would be amazing fork to land. Now I could think about this. This also makes some sense. But yeah, I think I could just play with queen g4 at this point. There's no immediate way of dislodging this knight. Queen g4, queen g6. This pesky knight is the problem. I could also play knight e4 at this point. Looks pretty tempting actually. Gives a lot more options. I think I might like to somewhat slow roll it. Queen e1, queen g3. Because I'm going to hold off until capturing on f5 is a real threat. I'm going to hold off on that. This is what I'm actually looking at right now. Or I could just directly jump in here. Yeah, I think I like this. Queen f3 makes probably more sense than the other options. Yeah, I like queen f3 because this knight still can't jump in here. So nothing to worry about. This also gives me an option to play this at some point. Then he would be forced to defend c7. And I spent a lot of time here. I'm always against playing e4 in this position because, okay, so he's hitting my weak point. And so I can defend it in a lot of ways. I'm just gonna go with the most simple one. Yeah, I'm gonna go with the simpler one and then just play a3 next move. No need to make it complicated. Oh, then again, he has this check. Then he can grab this. Okay, so he's not going back. What is he doing? He doesn't want to go. Oh, he wants to go here maybe. Yeah, possible, but that doesn't work. I just showed how it doesn't work. I could play a3. I think he's not interested in taking here. Otherwise, he would have done it the move before. So he wants to play like this. I could actually take this. And I could actually take again, I believe, because there is this nice tactic. So I do get the extra pawn. And now I will be interested in playing e4 because now everything is held together by my amazing knight. Now I do want to play e4. Look, all these light square weaknesses. I think I'll just stop this. I don't want to see f5. I play it all the same, but given the chance, I would play a3 b4. Sorry, h3 h4, h3 g4. I mean, this would also be a good square for my knight. He's probably going to play this next, try to get rid of it. I could probably play this and absolutely cement my knight in there. I could also play this. Yeah, this looks much better because my knight can't be dislodged. Must be taken. And if you play something like this, okay, this is getting very close to a fork. Very close. I can hit the knight, but then there's no follow-up, so I think I'll just continue my expansion. No open files, so the rooks are suffering. Both our rooks are suffering. But I think this is a good way to start off. Expand. Play this next. Again, he has a light square bishop, so keeping all my pieces on dark squares is a good strategy. Yeah, so this is where I would usually like to play this because I really don't want to give up my knight for this bishop. I can choose to deny this trade playing here. My knight is definitely better than his bishop. I shouldn't give it up so easily. Yeah, you know what? I should probably try to reroute my knight and try to get it to a dark square so he can't attack it. But right now this is necessary because I really don't want to give up my knight for that bishop. It's pretty bad. Not bad, but my knight is so much better that it's not even worth comparing. Okay, so he's hitting this. The easy way out would be to just play this back and then after this. But Hmm. Yeah, not that trivial, not that trivial to convert. Hmm. How to defend this? I could play here, but then always these ideas. I think lateral defense is probably the best. I would like my king to be there ideally. Maybe I could aim to make that happen. Yeah, as long as I don't fall to a tactic, this should work. Because he requires a lot of time. Okay, 2 moves, but I have a 2 moves as well. Not here, of course. Here, maybe. How do I actually defend it? It's an interesting question. So he's trying to double up. Um. Okay. Yeah, the technique is lacking for sure from me, from my side. Mm, I guess I could go here. So basically, I need to make him give some concessions on his queen side with these pawns. Yeah, so that's a concession. I do believe that is a concession because now I can play here, and if he takes, then my knight's in a good position. He does take. Okay, he's gonna give it up. Now my knight's in a great position. Okay, he's gonna go for this. This now I believe I'm completely fine because my knight defends this. I don't see where he gets his counterplay from, so I think I can just pretty much just switch my operations over to the king side, I think, because he really doesn't have anything he can do here unless he gives up the exchange. Maybe he's realizing that now. Okay. Yeah, I'm just gonna. I don't know how to proceed though. It's given. I never do. But yeah, I am low on time, so you know what? Let's bring my rook over. I'm completely abandoning the queen side because my knight is super cemented in there. So if he does manage to get rid of it, yeah, okay. But this, I thought I had this move. Hitting both the knight and the pawn. Don't I? Don't I get one of these? Here I have that. Rook a6. I have knight takes a5. Yeah, so I could take this right now. I probably should. I'm going to because it's still a dark square, so there's no way he can take this away from me. He has no way of doubling, so that's also a good thing. Now all I have to worry about is my time, and if I keep that under control, I shouldn't have any problems with this game. So now maybe I should try getting this file under control. Yeah, you know what? I'm just gonna bring my king over. Yeah, that seems good because my king is not really doing much. Oh, he's hitting a3. Yeah, I don't see that. Okay, I could push. That looks really bad though. Okay, I'm gonna have to defend this pawn for now. Defend this pawn and get my king to attack here. Might have to give this up. That's fine. If one rook comes off in the process of defending, that's absolutely fine. Again, I have no idea what he's doing, so I'm just gonna keep on with my plans. Okay, hitting this pawn again makes sense. I'm actually gonna just go here, add another defender, and then I'm gonna play king d2 next. Time is pretty much my only issue, so if I can manage my time, I should be fine in the game. Okay, so he gives this check. Makes sense. I'm just gonna push because again, no weaknesses. I have my base points covered. What do I play? Yeah, I'm actually gonna try and get it this way. Oh, I could go here, but then I get the file. I'm fine if I get the file. Giving up a pawn to get the file is not a bad option at all. Okay, so he wants it that way. Take the pawn. Take the pawn. I'm fine with it. Just gonna go rook c2 after it. Yep, let's go. Oh, I missed that, didn't I? Okay, but yeah, this is where the time pressure really gets me. Really gets me. Then again, I don't see any way that my opponent's immediately winning. Okay, check here. Now I don't see how I'm losing. I guess material is even, but I can sneak in here. Yeah, time is an issue though. Let's go here. Okay. Yeah, it's true. It's true. I don't have enough tempi for that. I could try to hunt this bishop down though. And like this, I guess it's just lack of moves. I don't have time. No time at all. Okay, and now I'm just gonna get behind and try to push. Yeah, that's probably my best bet. Go here, play here, and push. $26 is the problem though. That's a real problem. Push. Push again. Defend the pawn. It's on a dark square, so that's good for me. Could probably play. No, I can't. This pawn is hanging. That's a problem. So yeah, I'm just gonna push once, and then I'm gonna play something like this. Try to get something like that in. Pin the bishop. Threatening this now. Yeah, I might have just keep checking because I don't have a clear win. It's a problem. Time. Ah, fine. I have to give the pawn. It's very annoying. Very annoying. Ah. Okay, I mean, yeah, no, this is one. I should have won this for sure. Now he goes here and traps my knight. Yeah. I mean, yeah, that's bad. Should have won this time. I was up like 2 clear pawns, and just the time just wasn't there. Yep. Okay, I'm just gonna resign because it's a lost case, but should not have lost that. That feels bad. Okay, cool. Let's move on. Oh, I got a challenge. Let's see. Casual. Okay, cool. I'll play. Casual is fine. 2069. Nice. Let's go. Three plus two is probably my favorite blitz control. Second is probably 5-0. This is in all the way. Standard stuff. Okay. I like this because it gives me some pressure along this diagonal, and my development is pretty much comes pretty easy. I can say that, I guess. Okay, it takes here. I think I'm gonna grab this way. Yep. D5 is coming. Okay, so it goes there. I think I'm gonna push D5 right now, but I still can. Which way I take is the question. Yeah, I could take this way. I could take the other way. I think I'm going to take here just because I want my bishop to come along this diagonal, come out along this diagonal. So, okay, that does hit these two points, bishop and this. So I guess I could retreat. I could take the knight. Yeah, I think I'll retreat because if I do take the knight, then c6 becomes a weakness. So retreat, play this, play something like that at the very least. Yeah, let's play knight f6. c6 is probably my only weakness. I can defend like this now. Castle kingside and like that, but I can now develop width while improving my pieces. Okay, this I could really take now. I could probably take now and ruin the structure, but this intermezzo is a problem. So what I'm going to do is give this pawn up. I don't mind. I'm trying to attack anyway, so it shouldn't matter that much. But yeah, so yeah, that was the point. So now I can play queen here and attack simultaneously attack g2 and f2 as well. Yeah, so he defends g2, but he can't defend f2. It's hanging. His rook is also undefended right now, and yeah, he has to play something like that. Now we can play which rook? I think I'll go with the f rook and hit g2 again. I don't see how it's defended right now. Yeah, I don't think it's possible to defend. Yeah, like, yeah, so yeah. Again, g2 is falling. It's just a question whether I want to take the queen first or after. I think I'll take with the bishop first. Yeah, get this check in. Then play my queen to g6 and then threaten some discoveries. Okay, so he doesn't want to go there. Fine. Where's the follow-up here? I think I'll just play queen g5. No, queen f5. Queen f5. Queen c5. Queen c5. Yeah. Terminology is a bit inaccurate, but yeah, queen c5 seems good. I can just retreat, queen go back with bishop f6, and then have all sorts of checks lined up. Okay, so it goes that way. I think I'm just gonna retreat, and I have a lot of checks. I could even try to go rook g2 and try to get it that way. So yeah, I think I'll give this check first. G4, and now I'm threatening stuff like that. Stuff like bishop g4. King goes to f1, king goes to c1. I think it's pretty much mate. Yeah. Okay, so I think if the king went to f1, let's analyze that once. If the king does go to f1, I'm pretty sure that it's mate in a few. Okay, this is probably cleaner, but I was thinking like you could check here. King goes to b1, check, go back, and bam. The alternative to that was, what was it? Yeah, going here, in which case I just had this spin. So yeah, I think it was lost by that point, but yeah, good game, dude. e4 e5 chess, good game, in case you're watching. So yeah, that's cool. That's blitz. I'm probably gonna have a blitz play sometime in the future, so I'll enjoy doing that for sure. Anyway, let's get back into the rapid. I think I have some time left. Yeah, but maybe 2 more games, hopefully. Let's get into it. Okay. d4, knight f6. I'm gonna follow the same system that I use. Sometimes I play g6, sometimes I play e6, but definitely more used to the e6 line. So yeah, e6 is basically what it does is to stop this move d5 coming. If it was on e7, then white could probably push that without any problems. Now it's pretty much impossible. So now I can play knight c6 without the fear of being pushed around by d5. So now I think I should take some space, probably gunning for this at some point, or not, being a bit less ambitious. Yeah, now I can play this, and yeah, play queen b6. Probably he's going to play bishop b2 and defend d4. On the other hand, if I did play queen b6 after bishop b2, I would have c4 at that point. He can't take with the pawn. So if he just retreated his bishop, I don't have any other moves. I could take twice, but that doesn't really do much. Queen is defending this pawn. Even if I tried to pile up on it, it wouldn't do much because he can just defend it another way. Or can he? Wait, what? Yeah, he would just push. Yeah, he could just push. It's true. How to proceed here? I think queen c7 is a nice flexible move. Helps me keep an eye on this diagonal, which I might want to have a mating attack along sometime in the future. Play here. Next moves are probably going to be something to develop this light square bishop. Maybe b6, bishop b7, something like that. Okay, go for this. Does a fishing pole trap actually work here? Does it, I wonder? Could go for it and see where it takes us. Yeah, I think I will. I mean, there's no harm in playing it. This is probably the classic way to get it in. I think it also has transposed into some sort of Sicilian line, so maybe that's why it's showing up. The fishing pole, made famous by Mr. Chess Network himself. So right now my threat is take, and take. And this knight can't recapture because it's pinned to the h2 square, which is why he defends it again. That's logical. Then again, I have this sort of move available. Push, take, take. He could take with the bishop. No, he can't take with the bishop. He could take with the knight. No, he can't take with either piece, but the point is that after I play this, then he could probably take this knight here. Yeah, that's probably the threat. Yeah. So I think I'm going to try to... How do I proceed? As I need to just make sure that this move is just doesn't work out, otherwise I might be in some serious trouble. Yeah, I'm going to try setting up my bishop along this diagonal. Might be a little slow, but yeah, we'll have to see about it. Can I take twice? No, I can't. I think I'm actually gonna bring this back. Yeah, I'm gonna bring it back. The attack, I could play this at a later time if I wanted to, if the tactics worked into my favor. Right now, I think that's he can actually take and be safe, so I'm not gonna go for that. So yeah, I would take here, but then after this I really can't recapture the pawn, so it doesn't make sense. So I'm going to play bishop d6 and hope that he goes for f4. That would be really good, a nice weakness for me to exploit. This would be weak. He's already moved his pawns on the king side, so I might even consider just castling long and then just throwing my pieces down the king side. It's something to consider at the very least. Now I'm actually threatening to win the pawn, so he needs to respond. Yeah, so he does respond. How should I respond? Let's develop here. He has no threats as of now, so don't need to be worried about too much. He's probably trying to get this sort of move in. Maybe bishop e5. Interesting position. His knight is really good. Might just give up one of my pieces for it at some point. I think I should castle. Of course, that does give him license to just throw all his pawns right at me, but such is the game. Okay, I only see one possible plan for me at this point. Push and get my knight in there. Let's play it. My knight needs to move. It needs to find some avenue of expansion. Otherwise, this is just going to be really bad. Same thing. I'm fine with this capture because after this, I'll have another e file to work with. So right now, I'm just gonna try and land this fork. He's obviously gonna defend it, but that's not the main issue. The main issue point here is I'm trying to flush this knight. He needs to leave, so I'm going to try and play f6 as soon as possible. I think he's trying to consider whether he can allow knight g3 and still get his attack. It's possible, definitely possible, but that's for him to figure out. Okay, so he retreats. He decides not to go for it. Makes sense. Now I can actually think about playing f6, but this move is nothing to be sniffed at. I think I need to play at 6 though. It's just this knight is way too annoying. Is there anything else I can do about it? I don't think so. These are holes, but I don't see exactly how he takes advantage of it. So I could also try to gain a tempo on the rook. You know, let's do that first. Gain a tempo on the rook, misplace it a little bit, then go for this. Yeah, so now I think we're gonna delay one more move. I don't see any immediate danger, and if he does take, I do get this file. So I'm just looking for some counterplay here. This is a weak pawn, which is why this is why I'm so focused on getting a file. This I would only be too happy to activate my bishop, that too on such a juicy diagonal. He takes on c5, it's very good for me, extremely good for me. So don't expect him to do that. What I can expect to play is since my pawn is out of fire of the queen now, I can play rook e8 and then push for f6, and this pawn is weak. So he goes for that. Now I'm pretty sure there's only one move that makes sense in this position, and that is to push. Nothing else makes sense in this position. My king is on this side, so is my queen, so that's the only sense it makes to close everything down. I get a tempo on this as well. It's gonna retreat somewhere here, not an issue. The point is that, oh, so he sacrifices. Okay, things just got interesting. I don't think it works for him, but it's definitely interesting. Right, so now I should probably do well to get rid of this guy as soon as possible. Could take here. Yeah, that doesn't make sense. I could probably take with the bishop and then play this move. I like my position actually now. I think he might have given me one too many trumps. Take here. He can't take this way because his queen. So he'll have to take this way, which I don't mind. Then I can actually grab here, maybe, if it's not that dangerous. I should probably get my queen out of the line of fire. Yeah, I think I want my queen to be out of the way of this. Oh, but he is hitting this point. That's true. It's very true. How do I defend? I guess I have to play f6. This is not a move. This might be a move. Maybe. I don't mind it that much though. All I'm looking for is for a few open files, diagonals. Because if he doesn't get his piece back, then he's pretty much lost. So and the point why I'm not afraid of b5 is after that I can move my knight, say, I don't know, here or something. And there's nothing that he moves to. I'm not afraid of any discoveries, basically. None of my pieces are on light squares except this one, and it's well defended, so nothing to worry about. So this is the direct approach. If I take, I'm sure this is the move that he's planning to play. Knight is pinned, so I should probably move my queen and get out of the pin. This looks like a pretty logical move. So does this. I'm actually going to go queen e7 just because I want this to come with tempo. So it's a small minor detail. Again, I'm really not open to playing this because that allows the rook to come into f7 with a tempo on my queen and the second rank. Right now, this is on the cards though. Knight takes. Okay, so he grabs here first. Makes sense. I could actually grab here, but I think this would cause too many complications for me. So I'm actually gonna just recapture for now. And I don't see how he defends this pawn conveniently. He could defend it, but not conveniently. But yeah, this I would really like to get in, if he allows it. Okay, this is not a threat though. This is not a threat because my rook's on his queen. It's not a threat. I don't have to move it. Should I move it though? Just get my knight to a good square. Nah, I think I'll just play this and get my queen in a good position. He doesn't have any tempo gaining moves with his queen, so like no checks and stuff, so I think I can get away with this. Take, and that's just game over. Maybe not game over, still, I mean, still complicated, very, very complicated. But yeah. Okay, that move. That I wasn't too worried about. I think my answer to that was going to be like this. And then I'm threatening 94 and some this eventually, because he can't take my knight right now. His queen's hit. His queen would be hit if he took the knight. So the only thing I need to worry about is that he might have some tempo gaining moves, which might be annoying for me to spend a move on. Yeah, like that. That's exactly what I meant by tempo gaining move. I do have another tempo gaining move though. Not sure I want to play it, but I think I could play this quite safely. There's nothing that can hit my queen. Yeah, nothing that can hit my queen, and this move is definitely coming next. Or that move. Again, it doesn't really matter. I don't think it hurts my chances that badly. I don't think I want to play this because this becomes a bad move. I could jump in here. Yeah, let's do that. Get rid of pieces. I'm up a piece, so I shouldn't have to worry too much. The pawns are dangerous, true, but I think my major concern, as it is always, is time. Again, time is always the wet blanket. So I do have a fork threatened if he doesn't take my knight out. But if he does take my knight out, then this knight becomes an unopposed monster, as was in a previous game. I am low on time, so I'm quite happy that he's investing here. Not sure which knight he wants to take. We'll find out, I guess. So he gives up the exchange. I think I'm actually going to take it at this point. And now I could just grab here. I should probably do this at some point, but yeah, I'm just going to grab here. That does give me a lot of light squared weaknesses though, which I don't like. Then again, this knight is pinned. Should probably take it. Yeah, I'm just gonna take, because again 1 minute 14. This is the main factor in all my trades. I don't have the time to convert, which is a shame, but it's gonna happen. So right now I am threatening, well, not threatening, but I am threatening to play some good pressure on g2. Now suddenly he has problems. That's actually a pretty good move here, but I mean, good tempo gaining move, but I'm not sure that it's a good move in general. Queen c4 is fancy, but I don't think it does much. That is not fancy, but it does seem to do quite a lot. Question is, can I take? He's not threatening anything actually. This is defended. Everything is defended. I think I can just threaten mate here. Let's threaten mate. Never a bad thing. He has to respond at least. These two ranks are covered pretty nicely, so there's no infiltration that's going to happen. Yeah, so we place this. I think I can go here now and sort of try and, I don't know, get some pressure, I guess. Oh, is this mate? Oh, this might be mate. I can play queen g3 check. Bishop takes, and what takes is mate. What a nice mate. Wow, that's nice. This would have gone to tactics, I think. I still go to tactics. That's a pretty nice mate. Yeah, that's cool. It's cool. Because his only alternative is to give up his queen, in which case I win anyway. Let's double check. It seems too good to be true. King h2, queen check. There's no other legal move. Bishop takes, pawn takes is mate. King stuck. Nice. Nice. Cool. That was a nice one. I think that's a fitting way to end the chess part, because we will be after 2003. We will be higher than 2003 after this win, and probably time to put it in a new playlist. Nice mate. Yeah, that's pretty nice. Okay, let's just check the analysis quickly, and then I'm gonna end the chess for today. Had a good run. I think maybe 1 or 2 losses, but 2012 is a nice rating to stand in. Made in 13. Yeah, this is probably the best that white can do. This is just made in 2. Nice. I would have been disappointed if I hadn't spotted that. Okay. I don't think there's much else I could have done. I mean, very tense middle game. A lot of point tension, but I was just trying to get some play, I think, the whole time. When you see the computer analysis, we'll know who was in charge, but I'm pretty sure that I was just trying to hold on and get some play on the king side. Yeah, that c4 is a no-brainer. Okay, you want to take first and then play c4, but yeah, bishop takes, d takes, and then c4. So Stockfish still wants to play c4, but I just played it first. This allows the sacrifice, which I think is unsound anyway. Yeah, that knight needs to go. Take here. I could have actually done this. I was worried about this, but this is apparently just fine. Yeah, that's unnatural for a human to play, though. Okay, let's see. The deal is here. I don't think there's much else to think about. Just give up the exchange. Take. And yeah, just a nice mate in 2 to finish things off. Yeah, he was absolutely winning. 2.3. Wow. Yeah, you can see why. I mean, the bishops are in optimal position. Pretty nice positions. Once this opens up, so I have also made this weakness. But I want to know if you could have actually taken it at this point. Is this a good move? Yeah, it is. Probably not the best move, but it is definitely a good move, because now I don't really have any attack. I could try it like this, but yeah, just queen takes. I have no way of defending the pawn, so that knight was really free at that point. Okay, cool. So I think, yeah, that's gonna be it for this stream, the chess part at least. So yeah, next video, just because I'm only ending it because I've crossed 2000, so I want to keep this in a separate playlist, separate set of videos, separate stream. Start off tomorrow on a new ladder. So yeah, that's going to be it for now, and goodbye to YouTube. See you in the next video.